Hey, Mike with Marketing Systems by Design here, the channel where we help cleaning business owners generate more traffic, leads, and sales for their business with digital marketing. In today's video, we're going to answer the question of, can you ever have too much content in your content marketing strategy, and some tips for improving your content marketing strategy. So let's get into it. So the first thing to really understand is why content marketing is important. Sometimes companies discount the value of content marketing and how much traffic and results it can really bring for a cleaning business. So content marketing has several benefits, and to name a few, they can be building credibility for your business, building trust with potential customers, establishing authority, and generating traffic to your website. And so all of these things are very important, and it's one of the best online marketing strategies you can use to promote your cleaning business. So you might be wondering, how does traffic actually get to your website? And the reality is there's really only 4 methods to get traffic to your cleaning business website. The first one is networking and prospecting. So as you're out in the market talking to potential businesses, letting them know you provide cleaning services, some of these people are going to then go to your website to research and find out more about your company. So if you're having those one-on-one conversations, you're engaging with sales activities, that can help bring people to your website. The next way to bring people to your website and get traffic is with off-site SEO. And so these are things that take place off of your website, but then bring people back to your website. So that can be things like using your Google My Business page to drive traffic. You can use directory listings and citation management to bring people to your website. If you're posting about your business on social media, that can bring people to your website. And if you post about your business or have profiles on various different review platforms, such as Yelp, that can also bring people back to your website. The third way to bring people to your website is with paid advertising. So if you're running Facebook ads, Google ads, maybe you're doing more traditional media like radio commercials or TV ads, even newspaper ads, these can bring people back to your website to learn more about your company. The final method is through content marketing, and this is content and pages that you actually build on your website that are optimized for SEO, and that attracts your ideal customers to your website. And really outside of that, there aren't ways people get to your website. So to think that content marketing isn't important or it doesn't play a major factor in bringing traffic to your website is a huge mistake some cleaning business owners make. And so it's one of the key pillars to get traffic to your website, and why we think it's an essential part of any online marketing strategy for a cleaning business. So the next question we run into is people wondering what kind of content they should create on their website. And so as a cleaning business, there's several different foundation types of pages and content you should make on your website. Obviously, you want to optimize your home page, talk about the benefits to potential customers, highlight the services you offer, include social proof like reviews and testimonials, also include employee photos, as these things can help improve conversion rates on your website. But beyond just your home page, some additional content and pages you want to create are things like service pages. You want to break down and highlight specific services you offer for your cleaning business. Again, one thing that potential customers tend to look for is they want to work with a full service cleaning business. They don't want to have to hire several different cleaning companies, one to do the windows, one to do the carpets, one to do general cleaning. They want to be able to have all of those services under one roof with one cleaning business. So if you do offer multiple services, make pages related to those services. On top of that, when you have content like that on your website, it can drive people to your website that are actually looking specifically for those services. Another type of page you want to include are industry pages. So if you specialize and work within specific industries for your cleaning business, or maybe you just want to expand into specific industries, you want to include pages related to and dedicated to those pages. Again, people are going to come to your website in one of those 4 methods I talked about earlier. And so however they get to your website, they're going to explore and look around and see if you serve their industry or offer the services they're looking for. And if you don't have those pages or content on your website, it can be perceived that you either don't offer those services or your company doesn't have a lot of experience with those services, and that person might think twice about hiring you. Another type of page you want to include are location pages. And so a lot of the time people are going to use search terms like cleaning services near me, janitorial services near me, commercial cleaning near me, things like that. And so if you've built out location pages, these are basically describing, again, the benefits of your services, the features you offer, but then you also tie in relevant content to a specific city you do business in. And when you do that, that can help search engines associate your cleaning business and those services with that specific geographic location. And again, this can help bring in targeted traffic for people searching for cleaning services and that city name, or again, cleaning services near me if they're in that city that you have a location page for. So again, very important to include these on your website. Again, when people reach your website, they can come by various means, and if they don't see a location page or they don't see their city in your service area, they might think that you don't do business where they're at, and again, they'll go ahead and hire someone else instead of you. The last type of content you really want to focus on your website is blog posts. And so again, you have these foundation pages like services, locations, and industries, but there's a lot of other keywords you can target with blog posts. And the idea behind this is to target keywords that show either buying intent or that you can educate potential customers on various aspects of your cleaning business. Again, not everyone that visits your website for the first time is going to be ready to buy. They might need to do more research. They might want to find out if you're the right company for them. And one way to do this is through content marketing and blog posts by answering common questions they have, educating them further on your business, showcasing your expertise and authority in the industry. And again, that can make the decision for them to do business with you over the competition. Now, in conjunction with all of this content and pages, you need to understand how SEO works in conjunction with content marketing. And so again, when we talked about specific keywords or services or locations, those are search terms that people are using in relation to commercial cleaning and finding a cleaning business they want to hire. So you want to optimize these pages by using those relevant keywords in things like the title of the page, the headlines on the page, images within the page, and then obviously content on the page as well. You can also include it in the URL of the page, the meta description, but don't just put the single keyword over and over and over again on the post. That might be considered keyword stuffing. You want to include the keyword several times, but also include other variations and other search terms related to that keyword, and that can bring people to your website through SEO and organic search traffic. Now, in conjunction with this, some people have the question of how long does content really need to be? And so maybe a few years ago, you might be able to get by with just simply having a page on your website dedicated to a service, dedicated to an industry, and it might only have a couple hundred words, and that would be okay. And certainly today that's better than nothing. We'd rather have someone have a page that has some content on it and a dedicated page to an industry or service that they offer. But understand that if it only has a couple hundred words, it's probably not going to get picked up by search engines, because these days they're really looking for content that's in depth, that really covers a topic thoroughly. And usually that takes anywhere from 750 to 1,000 words or more, depending on how competitive that topic is. So it's not an exact science of how many words each page exactly needs to be, but one thing that can help you determine how extensive your content needs to be is by looking at competitors you're going against. So if a competitor has a page dedicated to commercial cleaning and it has 500 words, you might be better suited creating a page that's 750 to 1,000 words. Again, don't just throw in content for the sake of content. It needs to be quality and valuable to the reader. But again, search engines are really looking for content that's comprehensive, that does the best job of answering a specific search query by the end user. And more often than not, a page that's only 100 or 200 words is not going to be that page that search engines highlight. Another thing to understand with this is how big is your service area. So if you're a small niche local business that only does business in a small service area, it might be easier to rank in your local area with less content. But if you're a large national company, you're really going to need comprehensive, in-depth content if you want to outrank everyone across the nation for all the companies that are competing on these various search terms. And again, this kind of ties into another question that we've gotten from time to time. Is it about quantity or is it about quality? And in our opinion, that's kind of a silly question, right? Because you want to have both at the same time. If you're just getting started, you might only be able to create a few quality pages and quality posts every single month. But over time, as you continue to build that up on your website, you can have a lot of quality posts generating highly targeted traffic every single day to your website. Now, as you're building out content, understand it's a process as well, and it's not an overnight results kind of thing. Look at it a lot like farming, where you go out and you plant seeds, and a few months later, you're able to reap a harvest. It's the same idea with content marketing, where you can go out and build a few quality pages, a few quality blog posts. It takes a few months to grow and germinate, but after that point, those pages and posts can really start to bring in consistent traffic over and over and over again, 24/7 for your business, virtually forever. So depending on what your goals are, if you need leads and sales immediately, you might want to consider running paid advertising in addition to content marketing. The downside to paid advertising is obviously that you need to keep paying in every single month to generate results, but an advantage is that it comes in much quicker. However, with content marketing, the disadvantage is that it takes time to build up, but once you've built that foundation, the advantage is that it keeps working virtually forever once you've built that foundation, and it can create sort of an exponential growth activity as you continue to build out content over time. Now, this actually really ties into how do you measure success of content marketing? Well, one of the best ways that we've found is by using Google Search Console. And so this is a free tool that Google offers. You just need to link it up to your website. But once it's set up, you can track all of the organic traffic that comes to your website through Google. Now, obviously, there are other search engines out there, but Google is the premier search engine right now, and so for most websites, this is where the majority of the traffic is going to come from on your website. Plus, if a page is doing well on Google and generating traffic, probably going to be also generating traffic from other search engines as well. So if you optimize with Google in mind, it'll probably work out on the other search engines as well, without specifically trying to optimize it for those other search engines. Now again, with Search Console, it only tracks organic traffic that is coming to your website through pages and posts that have been SEO optimized. So it's a really great resource to see if your content marketing is working and generating traffic by itself. There's a lot of analytics you can dive into with this, where you can see the impressions pages are getting, the search queries and terms people are using to find specific pages, the clicks coming from specific pages, and more. But this is a great place to start, where you can start seeing the results of content marketing on your website. Another more advanced version of tracking and analytics is actually through Google Analytics. Now, Google Analytics tracks every visitor to your website, so it can include things like offsite SEO, like paid advertising, and more, not just content marketing. However, one cool feature you can do is create goals on your website. So it's a little bit techy, but if you go into the admin tab, kind of the wheel gear icon of your analytics, and then click on goals, you can actually set up goals. And as an example, you could create a goal of tracking every time someone fills out a request a quote or request an estimate form on your website. And so then you can go in and look at specific pages that you've made, be it a location page, service page, industry page, or blog post, and see what percentage of people that visit that page end up converting into a lead. And so again, when you dive into Google Analytics, it can get pretty overwhelming pretty quickly. And one thing we would definitely warn against is paralysis by overanalysis. It's great to know all these intricate details of what page led to a conversion and how high that percentage is and how many people, requested an estimate that visited a specific blog post to see exactly how valuable that blog post might be. However, again, a caution with this is very time consuming, and more often than not, the effort it takes to find out all these intricate details doesn't really impact the bottom line of the success from your website. Certainly, if you have a huge marketing budget and you have people that you can hire and pay to go into and do all these services and track every single detail on your website, that could be valuable. However, at the same time, most companies' budget is much better suited to go out and create more valuable content that drives additional visitors to their website. Or take that budget that they could spend on these super high level detailed analytics and invest that back into paid advertising to generate more targeted visitors to their website instead. Again, obviously it's a trade-off, but a lot of times we find the little bit of additional value you get by diving in so deep into analytics isn't necessarily worth it, and you're better off spending that time and money on efforts to just grow your online presence and build additional quality content or run paid ads instead. But again, hopefully you guys got some benefit and value out of this video. If you did, feel free to comment and share. And if you like this video, hit that like button as it really helps out the channel. And if you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications to get the latest updates of new videos we put out to help you build a profitable cleaning business. And if you're struggling to generate leads for your cleaning business, you want more high quality leads coming from digital marketing, we put together a free video training on the top 10 lead sources for cleaning businesses. So if you'd like to access that video, there's a link in the description below. So definitely go ahead and check that out to access our free video training on the top 10 lead sources for cleaning business owners. But once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you more soon.